What's going on YouTube? Today we are going to be painting our valve cover, so stay tuned. I'll show you what I'm going to do. It's going to be a really quick, simple process. Yeah, let's get into it. First thing I'm going to do is remove something like 12 bolts from the top of the valve cover to remove it. Should be a similar process for most cars, but you'll see I just go around. There's about 10, 12, something like that, bolts around the valve cover. And because I recently did the gasket, I'm just going to take that off and put it aside. If you don't know, if it's rubber, you can reuse it so long as it's not corroded or damaged, and this is recently replaced, so it's good. But if it's cork or anything of the sort, then definitely replace that. The next thing I'm going to do is spend a few minutes cleaning this thing off with some hot water and some steel wool. I'm just looking to get all the grease, dirt, and grime off this thing before we start sanding it. Next thing I'm going to do is hit the whole top side with this 120 grit sandpaper, and yeah, then we'll move on to wiping it down one more time, prepping it, and start spraying some paint. So I just wrapped up sanding and giving this thing one more quick wipe down so it's all clean and ready to go. Yeah, I'm going to be hitting this with some Rust-Oleum engine enamel spray paint. It's very important they use this stuff because, as you can see, it is good up to 500 degrees. And as you can see, I'm not using any primer, I'm not using any clear. I really should, and I could. But I really am not super concerned with this being an amazing show car. I just need to have it not looking like how you saw it when I first started the video. So I am going to hit this with a few coats of paint, and then I'll show you how I'm going to keep the Volvo letters nice and steel colored. So I got the first couple coats of paint on, and it looks great mostly, except for right about here. I think I might have had some oil or grease on my hands, and I just didn't fully degrease it before I painted it. So what I'm going to do is wait till tomorrow morning. I'm going to sand down all these spots again where paint just isn't sticking whatsoever. It's mostly just in that little spot. Everywhere else looks pretty good. Little bits of dust just because I'm outside, but that'll be fine. So yeah, I'm going to sand down those little spots, and then tomorrow I will hit it with another coat or two. So it's the next day, and I just hit it with a few more coats. The paint doesn't look great, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's still a little bit, if you can focus, it doesn't look great. It's rough, it's smooth here, but I'm honestly not too worried about it. I'm going to show you how to get the Volvo letters looking good. We're gonna get those right. But I really just wanted this to not look as it did before, like shit in the engine bay. So this will be much better at a glance. I'm not worried about this being a perfect show car, but at a glance it's gonna look perfect. So I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do the Volvo letters right now, and then right after that we gotta run to Home Depot. I was thinking about cleaning these up and painting them, but I'm just gonna go grab all new hardware. It'll make it look significantly better. So yeah, to do the Volvo lettering, all you're gonna need is a sanding block of some kind. I'm using one that's a little bit foamier, or not foamier, it is foam, because the letters are a little bit rounded, so this helps keep even pressure. And then I dropped on the floor. I'm gonna use some 120 grit sandpaper just to get the paint off. I tested this once under the paint before I did that last coat just to make sure it looked good, and it looks like perfect. So I'm using 120. You could probably go a little bit coarser, you could probably go a little bit finer, but this was the perfect amount of coarseness to time spent sanding ratio. So we're gonna do that right now. I'll show you what it looks like. So to do the letters, all we're gonna do is take the foam and a piece of cardboard slightly larger than it, just so we can fold it up and have a better grip kind of on the entire brick. And then what we're gonna do is in one straight line, just go back and forth all the way until it is done. And it's gonna give us a stainless sort of look. It's not gonna be perfect, and you'll definitely be able to tell it's not stainless. You'll just be able to tell it's sanded, but it will look just a little bit cooler instead of doing swirls or any kind of weird patterns. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and I'll show you at the end what it looks like. So I've just finished up tightening all the bolts on this valve cover. As you can see, I grabbed some stainless steel nuts just from Home Depot, and then the washers I grabbed were brass for no reason other than I thought it would look nice, and it just looks a little bit spicier. I'm extremely pleased with how it's turned out. It is not perfect whatsoever. As you can see in the O, there's a little blot, and then there are just some little nicks and stuff around, but it looks significantly better than it did before, and that's all that matters. So now with this looking nice, the intake manifold I scrubbed to hell, and then the turbo will be sitting right here, all wrapped, looking nice and pretty. This engine bay is coming together slowly but surely. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, short, nothing too crazy. Chris Fix probably did it better.
Hey guys!
Subscribe to the channel. You guys message me on Instagram and leave comments all the time, and they're really supportive all the time, so I love all you guys. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. That helps me out the most. Like, comment, interact with me on Instagram, max._Jolley. Yeah, IPD, send me a billet aluminum oil cap, please. I will be forever indebted to you if you do. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. See you next one.